Hey gang, it's Chili Ben from Casual Compliance. I'm here with Mark Fredrick from Reaction AV. Mark, tell everyone what tell them by proxy, what do you do here at PAX?
At PAX, I am the stage manager for the main stage here at PAX Oz. In the US shows, I'm the production manager and the stage manager for the main stage.
Cool. And you also do a lot of work on the Magic Pro Tour events as well?
I do. Magic Pro Tour, I'm the multiple hats too. Production designer, tech producer, so that kind of is all encompassing. But I design the production workflow, work with the lighting designer and the video crew on how they want to shoot and show the Pro Tour, and then I implement it on site.
Yeah, very fascinating stuff. Focusing on PAX initially, because that's where we are. We're here at PAX Australia, backstage at the main theatre. Main theatre gets all sorts of different things on it throughout the course of a PAX.
Yep.
What kind of turnarounds what do turnarounds look like between panels? Like, you've got different tech setups, you've got people wanting all sorts of stuff happening. Like, is it ever easy?
It gets formulaic sometimes, but unlike most of the stages at a PAX or a Comic-Con or whatever, our stage is not a panel stage. Like, we will occasionally have people sitting at a panel table across the front, but you've got everything from sort of a living room, fireside chat setup to concerts to D&D games. So every panel, every session is a completely different need, and we need to be prepared for whatever.
Yeah.
You know, we a lot of times we have panels come in and ask, you know, is X, Y, and Z possible? And I'm like, if that's what you need, that's what we make happen.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. And anything's possible. It's just about like time and sometimes money, I guess. Right. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So then, like, looking at something like a Magic Pro Tour event, I'd imagine you're just running the same setup on repeat.
We have gotten it to that point. It's evolved quite a bit. I mean, I've been involved with Pro Tour off and on for a decade now or more.
Wow.
The pandemic was the blip in the middle.
For everyone.
Well, actually, ironically, right before the pandemic, they went to arena for the pro events.
Yeah.
So things changed a lot. We were slightly involved, but I wasn't very heavily involved. But the pre-pandemic Pro Tour, for anyone that's really old school looking at that, was a very different broadcast to what we do now. And now what we do is it's become a sports broadcast, just happens to be Magic cards on the table.
Yeah, when you say sports broadcast, what sort of things are different about it?
Well, I tell people a lot of times, it's, if you think about how you watch the Olympics, you know, the Olympics are in Seoul, Korea, and you're sitting in Australia or America, and you're not watching the swimming races live. You're watching them 6 hours later, and they are playing back the bits that they want to tell the story with.
Yeah, right.
And the commentators are commentating to that. And so we're doing the exact same thing. The tournament starts at 8:30, 9 a.m. every morning, and we start the broadcast at 11.
Yeah.
And we have been recording a draft and 4 tables of play for 2 hours by that time, and we pick it up at the draft, and the producers use the footage that we have to craft a story that tells the story for the show.
Right.
It's not just, let's watch people shuffle and play cards, right? It's, here is the parts of this tournament that matter.
Yeah. Yeah, like watching someone move up through into the elimination brackets and making the story out of it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, like we start the draft every time with a feature drafter, typically the guy that won the last tournament. And who knows, he may be the story of the weekend, he may be gone by round 3.
Yeah, and maybe that's the story.
Yeah.
Like, who everyone thinks is going to win drops in round 2.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And my part of that, because I'm definitely not the producer and I'm definitely not the person to tell the story, but is to take what the producers are trying to see and create a production workflow that gives them that.
Right. Okay. So it's all nice and smooth. They can just like kind of grab the bits they need.
Exactly.
Sure.
Exactly.
Cool.
Yeah.
Like, to get into maybe the nitty gritty, like, how many cameras does a Pro Tour use when you're shooting?
Ironically, less than you would think.
Okay.
We have over every table we have a PTZ RoboCam that is really a locked off shot. It's a tabletop. We can adjust it on the fly if we need to. Our feature table, which we call Table A, which is the one with the pretty background and everything, that has 2 more RoboCams that are close up on the players' faces. So the only reason why we use RoboCams is because tall guy, short guy, wide shot, whatever. And they all fit in with our graphic boxes that go on the broadcast. But then in addition to all the overheads and the RoboCams, we have 3 manned broadcast cameras that are on pedestals because we're shooting at the news desk, then we're going over, getting down low to get at table height to catch, reaction shots at the tables. We're doing interviews with those. So those 3 cameras work really hard. Those guys are on their feet 12 hours that day.
Right.
We could do that with 6 cameras and give people more breaks, but it just works better in the budget to just, and it's all one big set. You don't see it on the broadcast, but the news desk is on one end, feature matches in the middle, and the side tables are next to it.
Imagine like a news studio would be set up the same way, right?
Yeah. And it really is. It's really hard when we go into venues to get the local crew to understand. They're always like, "Where's the audience? Where's the front of house position?" And we're like, "There isn't. This is a TV studio. Everything's backstage. Everything's in the TV truck." We don't care who's out front. We don't care what it looks like to the audience because it's what goes down the camera lens.
Fascinating. If there was like one thing about the production side of like a Pro Tour or a Magicon stage show, like that a layperson might not understand, but would probably find very surprising, what would that be?
I mean, besides the sort of time delayed broadcast part of it that I was explaining, it's the production ask that we were given in 2022 when we restarted after the pandemic was to make Pro Tour cards feel like an esports tournament.
Right.
And, when you think about an esports tournament, you have all this on-screen data. That's coming out of a game, right? Cards don't have data coming out of them. So we have had to create, and I can't take credit for it, but I sort of led the effort, a system that takes tournament data from a system and card metadata, like from Scryfall, WotC provided data, and then live input. So we have, at the feature table, we have 2 guys looking over the shoulders of players, putting in cards in hand live so that data comes up on the screen as we record it. And at every table we have cards in hand guys on an iPad, not cards in hand, life total, keeping up with what the players are marking out for their life totals and tokens, things like that. Because if we don't have that in the recording, there's no way for the commentators out of that one overhead camera to tell what's going on the table, right?
because they're reacting to the footage that you're constructing after a time delay. Sure.
So there'd be putting a lot of pressure on that one overhead shot to give them that much data.
And the commentators too.
So we build that all into the overlay and we burn that in. And so I think some of the fun part for the people at home is sometimes people assume our commentators are commentating live because they're reacting and like everything. But what they do is they don't watch the broadcast in real time. They very carefully sequester themselves so that when they sit in that booth and we play it back, they're watching it just like the people at home are watching.
Yeah, cool.
And they're really serious about that. I really respect the casters that we have because they don't want to know.
No.
They want to be just as surprised when that card comes out as everybody else.
Well, in a sense, they are the audience surrogate, right? They are providing like a prompt of what the reaction should be based on the play that's happening.
With tons of knowledge in their head.
Because you might have someone watching an event like that isn't that familiar with Magic, but is maybe like, oh, I'll check this out. And then they're kind of bridging that gap with that reaction.
And I'm one of those people that doesn't know what's going on. I normally can tell when the game is about to be won because of the reaction of the casters.
Well, we've got people loading in a theater, and you've got tech to go and set up. So thank you so much for your time.
Hey, no problem.
Hope you enjoy the rest of PAX.
Thanks. You too.
Yeah.